Good morning. Good morning, everybody. Happy Saturday, February 22nd. Let me know if you guys can hear me. Going to give everybody a few minutes just to kind of get connected and joining in. But I hope you're doing well, no matter where you are. Perhaps you're running errands or exercising or just relaxing at home. I truly appreciate your presence here. Thank you so much for joining me today, episode 2 of the Connie Korbelic Podcast on February 22nd. So, episode 2 on 222. I like how that has aligned. It's definitely something special that I'm just going to remember. So, comment if you guys are watching live or if you are on the replay and share some good news with us. I truly believe positivity is contagious, just like a smile kind of lights up a room, and it's just something that is universal, right? We all understand a smile. So I hope today you are feeling good vibes, good positivity your way. Today, I feel led to kind of flip the script. I always want to follow my heart. So, another episode I had planned for next week, I'm going to share today instead. I know I had a couple of people I reached out to, just letting them know they'd have a mention on the podcast today. Well, that'll be next week. Gonna flip the script a little bit, just following my heart. So, for those who don't know me, my name is Connie Korbelic, and my mission is to support individuals as they navigate the often challenging waters of career changes and job loss. Together, we'll move from feelings of uncertainty and invisibility to a place where you can feel inspired and truly embrace your unique talents in the marketplace. You'll have to excuse me today. I've got a little allerginess going on, so I'll try not to clear my throat, but I apologize if I have to. Have you ever found yourself unexpectedly in a situation that changed your career path, or perhaps unexpectedly in a situation that changed your life? As I discussed in my first podcast, I'm a millennial who's been laid off twice and even faced homelessness. Today's topic is turning pain into purpose, how my experience with loss strengthened families in crisis, fostering a client advocate relationship. In a moment, I'll share a personal story, a journey of transformation that showcases how individual experience of loss can lead to a deeper understanding and advocacy for others in challenging circumstances. It was September 2013. I had just left a toxic work environment before a full layoff could occur. I left the telecom industry and jumped into mortgage litigation, a brand new industry. In my role, I liaise between borrowers and the loan servicer to help borrowers find alternatives to defaulting on their loans. I promoted ways for borrowers to keep their home or other loan options such as modifications or short sales instead of a full foreclosure. As I worked my caseload, I found it hard to get homeowners on the phone. Most knew why we were calling and would pick up the phone and hang it right back up. It took persuasion and compassion for the circumstances to build trust in the homeowner's participation in the programs. Without the homeowner's involvement, both the lender and the homeowner suffer. The lender wants to recoup their funds at the highest value, and if the homeowner doesn't cooperate, both parties lose in that endeavor. So, in this role, my goal was simple. The homeowners have had difficult circumstances that have put them in the situation. Many are just trying to recover from that. Maybe it's a job loss, an illness that kept them out of work, hospitalization, huge medical bills. We all know the factors that can swiftly impact your financial state. So I'll take you back to 2009. I was in college studying for exams. My parents were headed out of town, and I stayed behind to house sit for my parents in their absence. I needed a study guide to help me prepare for this exam. I wasn't the student that could not study and pass the test. I had to study and study and study and take notes and just really be diligent in order to achieve high remarks on tests and things like that. So I needed a study guide to prepare for this exam. Uh, as severe weather approached, I wanted to get the study guide and get home quickly. Long story short, I wouldn't make it home before the storm hit. The house was struck by lightning and began to burn up in flames. My parents never made it to their destination, and they had to return due to the fire. In a momentary strike of lightning, my entire world was gone. I had the clothes on my back, childhood memorabilia gone, sentimental trinkets were gone. Anything that wasn't fire damaged was water damaged or smoke damaged. It would take more than 16 months to recover from something that occurred in a fraction of a second. I resonated with my clients as a liaison due to this experience. In an event just the same, some matter caused them to default on their financial obligations, which they were merely trying to recover from. With an empathetic heart, I understood the emotions they were experiencing: sadness, anger, frustration, helplessness. Some homeowners were losing the home which they'd watched their family grow up in. They had many firsts in this home, a place that was their rest, away from the sometimes chaotic lives that we live. When I spoke to the homeowners, I expressed how I understood what they were going through, and it was in my interest to help them find the best path forward as painless as possible. Meeting the homeowners where they were was humbling. I felt a sense of purpose, advocating that for them in their circumstance. The sympathy forged path of trust with each family I serviced. I recognized the emotional highs and lows with each homeowner, what they would experience in this transition. This wasn't merely a transaction. The rapport and trust I developed fostered homeowners to cooperate in the programs, ultimately allowing a smoother processing, helping me be a top performer, approving those homeowners for the resolution that best fit their circumstance. Unbeknownst to me, I would be laid off in just 10 short months in this role due to corporate restructuring for that lending institution. Ironically, finding myself facing homelessness as well. I had given notice on a lease I wasn't renewing, planning to move myself, and not being able to move knowing I was going to be laid off. As the breadwinner between me and my spouse, um, not having my income, we wouldn't be able to afford a lease. But today, as I share this podcast, I reflect on those personal experiences of loss and how they lead to a deeper understanding and advocacy for others in the same challenging circumstances. This is the purpose of my podcast: to help those who, in a fraction of a second, may have a career change or job loss unexpectedly, especially in the current state of 2025. I know rebounding from 2 layoffs in less than 10 months from 2 different industries sure took time for me. Those experiences were the house fire of my life. When my family experienced catastrophic trauma, we felt the community rally around us, helping us get back on our feet again. There's a story in the Bible in Acts chapter 3, verse 7. It tells the story of Peter and John, who spoke to a lame man, and by their faith, God healed him. They extended their hands and helped raise the man to his feet again, and his ankles were given strength. It's in community and uplifting others in service that we strengthen one another. In this same sentiment, as my family stabilized from the fire, My parents became volunteers with the Red Cross disaster response unit. We supported families who were experiencing crisis, whether that be fires, natural disaster, tornadoes. We carried them down the road, paving the way forward, having walked it ourselves. We knew firsthand the pain in it. Having been laid off twice in a very short span, I know firsthand the frustration, confusion, pain, sense of loss, just not knowing where to go and what to move forward with. I was craving a sense of purpose. I wanted my skills to add value to something greater. I just wanted to matter at the end of the day. I overcame those circumstances by finding my unique identity, aligning with the unicorn I am. I chose my heart, choosing the right attitude and approach to recovery and crisis. Change is hard, but you must remain steadfast to grow. So persevere religiously. Don't be afraid to speak up and apply your gifts as the opportunities arise. Be humble, have compassion, and care in your contribution to others. I challenge you to consider ways that you can channel your own experiences and turn them into initiatives to support others. Perhaps a mentorship, a workshop, or a small community group. If I can support you in crisis, going from feeling invisible to regaining identity and confidence after career change or job loss, direct message me and let's talk about that. If you got value from today's episode, comment with your responses. I certainly look forward to reading them. Until next time, thank you so much for joining me. I hope to see you on episode 3 live on Facebook on March 1st at 10 a.m. I'll be sharing Uncovering the Secret Weapon to shape your unique identity. Until next time, I'll see you soon.